New Year's resolutions, goals, and changes and challenges. New year, new you. There's a lot of hype around that stuff, but what should we actually do to help make this next year the best year that we've ever had? Let's talk about it. Hey there, my name is Jeff Perry, leadership and career development coach, and expert and author of The Intentional Engineer and The Intentional Career Guide to Professional Networking. And it's not too long that we hear about resolutions and goals in the new year, and this video is being released on New Year's Eve. And I actually think this is a beautiful time where many of us are taking some time off work to spend time with family and friends and loved ones, to just kind of recharge and prep for the new year, to take some time in reflection to look back and look forward on what do we want this to actually look like. And so instead of saying, hey, have all your New Year's resolutions and everything lined out, I actually want to give you something different. I want to give you questions to reflect on, and I'm going to give you 6 of them, okay, to help you look back and reflect and look forward in terms of what's most important to you. So question number 1, looking back on this last year, what were things that gave me energy and what were things that took energy away? This is an opportunity to look at your calendar, your activities, the places that you went, and consider where was the energy direction? What was the flow of energy? Were you getting more? Was it being drained? What was happening in different circumstances? This is most of anything an awareness situation. And if you're familiar with some of my other work, it might be a good time to ask yourself, when was I in my genius zone? Because that's usually a time where you're gaining a lot of energy and you're able to give more of it too. So where were you getting and draining your energy in terms of what you were doing, where you were at, and what was going on while you were doing those things? Question number 2, which relationships are bringing me more life, and which relationships do I need to set boundaries or maybe even let go of? When we think about relationships, they're one of the most important things that we can cultivate in our lives, and we want to intentionally cultivate meaningful, supportive relationships. But if there are also relationships that are draining, kind of like we were talking about in the last question, but from a relationship side, we can't always let go of our relationships. There's family and important people that we can't just get rid of completely, but in some cases, maybe we can just set those boundaries. And if there are friendships or associations that are not serving you in some way, it can be okay to let go of those in some way. But which relationships are worth cultivating more intentionally, and which ones can we set boundaries or let go of, and that'll give you even more energy? Question number 3 is, where have I changed my mind or my mindset this last year? It's a great time to look back in terms of how have you grown and progressed, and it's easy to ask the simpler question of what have I learned this last year, and that's a great question to ask too, but I think this goes a little bit deeper when we think about shifting our mindset. What that does is help us recognize, where have I actually changed my view of myself and the world and other people in a meaningful way, and the lens through which I see things. That's an even more meaningful change. If you can recognize that mindset shift, you're going to solidify that for yourself in the coming year, and maybe even recognize the next mindset shift that's waiting for you. Question number 4 is, what were the top 10 highs and lows from this last year? You might even map this out on a timeline over the year and consider moments or situations that you were in, some of the most beautiful moments which can bring amazing feelings of gratitude, and reflective moments to say, hey, these were some really hard times, but look that I got through them, right? And what did I learn and how did I grow because of those situations? It helps us recognize there are peaks and valleys in life, and that's a natural occurrence, but we can continually grow personally through all of them, whether they're highs or lows. Question number 5 might be one of the most meaningful, and it's, who do I want to become in this next year? So this strips away, or at least lets go of, what are all the things I need to do differently, at least for a moment, and who do I want to become? This is thinking about mindset shifts. How do I want to show up differently for the people in my life? What do I want other people to say about me when they think about me and me being in their life? If you can answer that question. It's a powerful way to frame what's possible and who you want to be, not just what you want to do differently for the next year. And one of the most beautiful things about it is it creates a vision for yourself of acting in that way. And if you can identify who you want to become this next year, you can actually bring that state of being into who you are right here, right now, in this moment. Question number 6 kind of wraps it all up. And it's this question. Based on all of this reflection that I've done thus far, what do I want to start doing? What do I want to stop doing? And what do I want to keep doing? So this does allow us a time to identify some actions that we will take, but it's all based on this more in-depth reflection, not just starting from what are the goals and the resolutions, but it's actions and maybe even systems that we want to put in place, that we want to change in alignment with these things that we've noticed after doing these other reflection questions. And if you do that from a place of becoming and a strong identity, that's going to help us make meaningful and sustainable behavior change for in the coming days, weeks, months, and year. I sincerely hope you take this time, open up a journal, turn on some nice, relaxing music to help you focus, release other distractions, and take this time to do this sort of reflection and see what comes up for you. And if you do this, please reach out, let me know how it goes. I'd love to hear what comes up for you and what you learn and what insights you have about yourself and the change that you hope to make in the coming year. Thanks so much for being here, and I hope to see you on the next video. Make sure to like and subscribe, and Happy New Year.